There, now it's recording. Okay, so this is Jennifer Major, and I'm in speech, and oh my God, I don't know your names. And I'm going to have my audience introduce themselves to you.
I'm Corinne Major.
I'm Justin Dodson.
Patty Ramos.
Okay, and I'm going to start my speech. Steven Spielberg is one of the world's most famous directors. By taking a look at Spielberg's life over time, we can get a glimpse of what molded him into an amazing director. Spielberg's childhood was fraught with struggles. He thought that he was, during school, bullied. He was a smaller child, and he was in band and played the clarinet and thought he was bullied because he was a little bit of a band nerd. He had family that almost all of them were Jewish Orthodox, and he thought he was a little different because all of his family sort of wore funny robes, he thought, and said funny prayers and had funny traditions, so he felt a little different than most of the school kids. And during his childhood, his parents were divorced, and his family sort of split because they were in New Jersey originally, and he went with his dad, and his sisters stayed with his mom in New Jersey. His dad and him moved to California. Throughout all of these struggles, Spielberg would escape to the movies in New Jersey and then again in California when he moved to California. And Brainy Quotes on the internet, brainyquotes.com, quoted Spielberg as saying that every time I go to the movies, it's magic, no matter what it's about. Although Spielberg's younger days were full of transition, his love for film stayed constant. During Spielberg's teenage years, he was a member of Boy Scouts, and for his photography merit badge, he created a little short film on his dad's 8mm old camera and got his photography badge, and that sort of started him on his road to creating films. He continued on in California during high school, junior high and high school, to make films about cowboys and Indians and war heroes with his friends with that 8mm camera. Spielberg then, in the latter years of high school, applied to 7 different film schools, thinking that that's what he would do, and he was denied entrance to any of them. So he eventually went to the University of California and majored in English, hoping that he would go on to film school after. He got a summer job one of his college years as an intern at Universal Studios, and he just mainly followed people around and watched what they did with their different jobs on Universal Studios. And during that time, he found a janitor's closet that wasn't being used, and he sort of made it into a makeshift office. And that's where he would create ideas or come up with ideas for future movies. So eventually he made a short film in that janitor's closet with different equipment from the studios that different people would lend him. And he eventually got it in front of the execs at Universal Studios, and he was then hired as the youngest ever director for movies for Universal Studios. He went on to direct huge blockbusters like Close Encounters, E.T., Jaws, Schindler's List, The Color Purple, Saving Private Ryan, Jurassic Park, and that's just to name a few of the earlier films. We wouldn't have time to go through all of them. Biography.com quotes, along with his 3 Academy Award wins, Spielberg has received many honors, such as the Lifetime Achievement Award for directing, the French Legion of Honor for Lifetime Achievement, and he was also inducted into the Science Fiction Hall of Fame in 2005 for all of his work. Due to his success, he's been able to support many of his personal beliefs. He gave funding and support to the Democratic Party and has for many, many years. He refuted the Boy Scouts' policy about their anti-gay policy and gave funding and support to back trying to get that not to be a policy. He publicly supported same-sex marriage, and has always been on the forefront of supporting that and backing that. He married twice, and right now he's married to an actress, Kate Capshaw, and together, between the two wives and him, he has 7 children, and they were biological and some adopted, and he enjoys family time with them. Spielberg had a dream as a child, pursued that dream as a young person, and achieved success as an adult. He has left his mark as an entertainer and a philanthropist, and continues to work hard at the passions that drive him. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.